Good evening. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony, once said by Mahatma Gandhi. Welcome to BMC News Live, presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shana Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines.
NASA praised the National Space Science Agency's scientific efforts. Bahrain attended Baghdad Conference for Cooperation and Partnership. His Royal Highness the Deputy King visited the Council of Representatives. UAE announced GCC residents are not allowed to enter the country in 4 cases. NASA Mars lander in sight fell silent after 4 years.
Today's news in detail. NASA praised the National Space Science Agency of Bahrain's scientific efforts. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration (NASA) praised the National Space Science Agency (NSSA) Bahrain in organizing that 2022 Space Application Challenge competition, which contributed to increasing the number of participants in the competition. The Bahraini projects participating in the competition this year increased to more than 30 different projects in various fields, with an increase of 450% compared to last year. The NSSA has cooperated with Bahrain Polytechnic as an academic partner and the Bahrain Society of Engineers as a professional partner in organizing this competition. Bahrain attended Baghdad Conference for Cooperation and Partnership. Delegated by His Majesty King Hamad, Foreign Minister Dr. Abdulatif bin Rashid Al Zayani led Bahrain's delegation to the second edition of the Baghdad Conference for Cooperation and Partnership. His Majesty King Abdullah II Ibn Al Hussein of Jordan chaired the event, which was held yesterday in the King Hussein bin Talal Convention Center in the Dead City. Egyptian and French presidents took part in the conference, along with Kuwaiti and Iraqi prime ministers and Ras Al Khaimah ruler. His Royal Highness the Deputy King visited the Council of Representatives. The Deputy King, His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, yesterday visited the Council of Representatives. Upon his arrival, he was welcomed by the Speaker of the Council of Representatives, His Excellency Ahmed bin Salman Al Musallam, and the Chairman of Shura Council, His Excellency Ali bin Saleh Al Saleh. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa took the opportunity to highlight that His Majesty the King's opening address to the Shura Council and the Council of Representatives has led the foundations of the kingdom's comprehensive development. Bahrain Institute of Banking and Finance Training Forum addressed training requirements and development opportunities. The Bahrain Institute of Banking and Finance BIBF, region's premier training and development provider, held its annual training forum featuring the participation of representatives of various stakeholders within the financial and insurance sector to address the training requirement and discuss potential development opportunities for the human capital in the kingdom. The forum provided an overview of the institute's programs and strategic directions, was presented by presenting its most prominent programs and initiatives in partnership with internationally prestigious educational and training bodies. Royal Humanitarian Foundation launched Dinar for the Orphan project. The Royal Humanitarian Foundation RHF launched this year edition of Dinar for the Orphan project, which was inaugurated in 2018 and aims to unite various members of the society in providing care and a decent life for orphans, widows and the needy. Dr. Al Sayed said that the project aims to provide an additional and stable source of income for orphans and widows with the help of private and public sectors, including the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports. Now we shall go for a short commercial break.
the exclusive franchisee of Cochin Kala Bhavan in Bahrain. With over a decade of existence in Bahrain, exclusive online regular classes have started for classical dances, music vocal, instrumental music, cinematic dance, Kathak, Zumba body fitness, karate and yoga, drawing, arts and craft, children's theatre. For more information, please call 3909 6845 3909 4806 3885 2397 or visit www.bahrainmediacity.com.
Welcome back. Lights of Kindness distributed food packets and red bus go-karts through its initiative of Reach the Unreached to African community church visitors at their place in Bahrain Tower, Manama, and the cooperation continuing with them for the past 3 years, the period of COVID-19 pandemic. Pastor Debbie, Mrs. Christine Tour, wherein presents along with representatives of Lights of Kindness, who are Syed Hanif, Engineer Salvakumar and Shihab Ali. Bahrain to witness the shortest day of the year tomorrow. Bahrain will begin its winter solstice hours at 12:47 a.m. on Thursday, marking the beginning of the day when we have the fewest hours of daylight according to time and date. UAE announced GCC residents are not allowed to enter the country in 4 cases. The Federal Authority for Identity, Nationality, Customs and Ports Security identified 4 cases in which residents of the Gulf Cooperation Council GCC countries holding an electronic visa or entry permit for a resident of the GCC countries from entering the UAE. The authority affirmed that residents in any of the GCC countries must obtain an electronic visa to enter the UAE before they travel, as the visa allows them to stay for 30 days from the date of entry with the ability to extend its once of a period of 30 days. The digital government also clarified that the visa holders are prevented from entering the UAE in case of residency is expired or cancelled, or in case of the profession has been changed after the entry permit is issued. The authority pointed out that the validity of residency in the GCC state must be more than 3 months upon arrival at the ports of the UAE, and the validity of the passports of the entry permit holder must be more than 3 months as well. Earthquake of magnitude 6.4 shook northern California. A powerful magnitude 6.4 earthquake jolted the extreme northern coast of California before dawn on Tuesday, crumbling homes and roads, rupturing the utility lines and leaving thousands of residents without running water and electricity. At least a dozen people were injured and the two others died from medical emergencies that occurred during or just after the quake. The tremor, which struck at 2:30 a.m. PST and was followed by about 80 aftershocks, was centered 215 miles, which is 350 km north of San Francisco, offshore to Humboldt County. NASA Mars lander in sight fell silent after 4 years. It could be the end of the red dusty line for NASA's InSight lander, which has fallen silent after 4 years on Mars. The lander's power levels have been dwindling for the months because of the dust coating its solar panels. Ground controllers at California's Jet Propulsion Laboratory knew that the end was near, but NASA reported that InSight unexpectedly didn't respond to communications from Earth on Sunday. India's health minister advised people to wear masks in crowded places and get precaution doses as China witnessing COVID surge. With China witnessing a massive spurt in COVID cases after the country eased the implementation of its stringent zero COVID policy, health officials in India on Wednesday advised citizens to take necessary precautions to prevent the spread of the virus within India. Union Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya took to the Twitter to share the status of the infection in countries and India's preparedness in handling the current situation. In view of rising cases of COVID-19 in some countries, reviewed the situation with experts and officials today. COVID is not yet over. I have directed all concerned to be alert and strengthen surveillance. We are prepared to manage any situation, tweeted the Union Health Minister of India. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off, Prashana Sultana. Good night.